Good morning. This morning we're going to do a phoenix. So first things first, we need to draw a straight line across the top part of your drawing. Doesn't matter how straight it is exactly. And then we're going to draw an oval in the center here. So going above the line and then down, so quite a long oval like so, about halfway across. Then we're going to draw a line coming from this bit in, almost making that triangle, and the same from this outside in, like that. So it's almost like two triangles sticking either side of the body, like so. And they're roughly the same distance. Okay, from here, just either side of the bottom, we're going to do two lines coming out, like so. And then we're going to point those in like that for the tail. And then we need to draw some lines, and they're going to come down quite far for our phoenix tail flames. We're going to do one, another one coming out here, and then from the center point we're going to do quite a long one coming right down to the bottom there. And we'll do one out, little one out here I think, and maybe one coming from this side across like so. Okay, there are basic lines for the end tails. So now we've got basic shapes, we can start mapping in the main features. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit on the top here, on the head. So first things first, we're going to draw one quite long feather up here and two slightly shorter ones. Going to cut that off, almost like a little bit of a crown. Draw a line up the middle of them like so. And then we're going to go two lines outside of the head and then two lines straight down. And then what I'd like you to do is just join them up with a bit of a point, like a pointed chin, like so. Then we're going to draw a triangle coming down past that point. So 1, 2, 3, like so, and then a triangle the other side. And there's our beak. From that, we're going to draw two diagonal lines coming out. And here's where our eye sits. So it's quite a beady eye. So I'm going to box it in and literally just colour it in. I haven't put a highlight in, but you can if you wish. Okay, I'm going to just straighten up that beak a little bit. There we go. Okay, then from here we're going to draw a little bit of a body, so it's going to come round, and then you're literally going to just zig-zag across, round, and join up like that. Because obviously this bit here is going to be feathers. So from here we're going to come out, diagonally up to that line, and do a little hook over, and then straight out. So do the same this side. Out, diagonally up, a little hook over, and then straight out to the end. Okay, let me just zoom back out again so you can see. Okay, and then we're going to thicken that up. So we come out, follow it along, go out but the other way, so give that a bit of a bulb, and then join it up to that point there. Out, long, bit of a bulge, and then out to a point. Okay, now we're going to get this tail part drawn in. So we're going to draw one feather like that, 2, 3, I'm going to draw one going right to the point, 4, and then same like that on the other side. So I've got one in the middle, so you can always start there, and then 3 on either side. Okay, and then we're going to draw either side of that is going to have a little line there, because we're going to have a little bit of a gap. Then we can start drawing in the wings. So we're going to draw one feather there. You can draw it however you want. You can have thinner ones, smaller ones. I'm going to start just to make sure I get enough in. So I'm going to start with this one coming right in. Just that sort of curved point there, and the same this side. So one, might draw a couple of longer ones, thinner ones, and then So out, in, out, in. One more there, like so. And that's mapped out our wings so far. So we're going to draw in these bits and then I'll start talking about the details. So I'm going to start with the one right here in the middle, the longest one. So it's going to come sort of from this feather. So I might just sharpen that feather up a little bit. And it's going to come straight down. Then I'm going to curve it around at the end like that. Going to go back and curve round. You can sort of do any kind of pattern you like really, but it's just to represent the phoenix fire that comes off the end of their tails, and then thin it out to a point again. Okay, so it looks a bit like that. And there's going to be 3 of these type ones, and these little ones I'm just going to draw little curved feathers. So let's do these 2. So coming out, down, I'm going to hook it round this way this time, and then maybe trail it out like that. Hook it round, thin it out there like that. Now I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to go behind there this time. I'm going to hook, trail it out, maybe mirror it there, and back in, and just thin it out to a point there. And I said these ones are going to just be feathers, bit of feather flame, slightly thicker. Going back in, and this one's coming behind. And thicken that bit there. Okay, so we've got bits of flame. I might just add a few loose bits of flame coming in there. Okay, now for the details. We'll start in the middle, just in between each, doing little feathers going down. When you get about halfway, just make them a bit bigger. And then one final one, like that. Okay, starting with this wing, we're going to do little feathers underneath. And you see I'm just doing sort of like a V shape. And I'm just doing them in between each other. And I'm going to keep going until I've got to about here, this halfway point there. Okay, now we start doing them slightly longer. Just like we did on the hippogriff. And they would bleed out into, you can add the odd one in if you need to fill a gap, into the main wings. And we'll do the same with the other wing. There you can see I've done the other wing the same, and then I've also done the same in the tail. So started off small, got slightly bigger and filed it out. Then we can rub out these lines up here. And there you have your phoenix.